I'm very happy to be here. You can say amen. What's up? Back here today to talk about another book that I recently read, and I definitely believe it could be part of a book that you could read. But here's just some of the background on it. I actually read this book, and as you can see, it's called The Secret Code to Success. It's by Noah St. John. And I actually ran into this because maybe an ad, you know how they catch you. They catch you sleeping, and then you click on the site and they follow you around a little bit. But I actually ran into Noah St. John through another book he wrote called Afformations, which he literally made up. I was appalled because I'm a guy that, because English is a second language, I'm a guy that makes up words as meanings of what I'm trying to say in the English vernacular. And so I was shocked that he made up a whole phrase and turned it into a whole course and is speaking internationally in front of companies and people. And some people got the nerve to get mad at me when I make up a phrase. His book was Afformations. And Afformations is something that it's like it comes from the affirmations. Affirmations is something that you say to yourself to give you some positive reaffirmment to yourself. So you might say something like, I'm a great basketball player. If you're, I got the best crossover. And basketball players do this naturally, the ones that are trying to build up confidence on the court. Nobody can stop me. I'm the best, But other people do it too. Like I'm a great business owner. I make lots of money. I'm happy. I'm a wonderful husband. I'm a wonderful wife. I'm a wonderful parent. Things of that nature, affirmations, and they repeat these over to themselves. And so the subconscious mind can slowly bring these things to pass. Now, when Noah St. John came in and and started was Afformations, completely made up. I don't think anybody's ever heard of that until he put it together. And he made it a twist. He said instead of affirming to yourself something that you kind of don't believe, you should instead ask a question of the saying that you're trying to believe, because what happens naturally is the brain looks for an answer for whatever you ask it. And typically a lot of people do this, and I used to do it. I remember seeing homeless people, and I said, I wonder how people got homeless, and then I became homeless, and I was like, wow, whoa, the creator gave me the answer a little bit too close to home. The obvious thing is that when you ask a question, your brain starts to bring it to you. So just like that, I forget the actual, terminology, the phrase, but if you start looking at, a certain sports car that you want to buy or a certain car, you'll start to see more of it just because your brain picks up the awareness of that. It's always been there. It's just now you're seeing it more often. So that is the same type of science. When you ask a question, why don't I ever have success, or why am I struggling with this? The answer will come to you by more struggles or by more lack of success. It is up to you to be able to decipher what that is. So the book, just to get, the secret code to success. Everybody has a secret code to success, but I think he breaks it down pretty well in this book. It gave me some insight. Like I said, I read the first book, Afformations, where you learn to ask questions that you actually want the answers to. So I may say, why do I make dope YouTube videos? Or why do I, why do I have so much production? And that is supposed to help me generate the answers subconsciously. My brain will go find out why I do these things, even though I'm not doing them, and then it will help me to do them. That's kind of the science behind it. But the code to success is, it's about a 10 chapter book. It's pretty, pretty decent read. It's not hard. A lot of ideas. One thing, the author does spend a lot of time trying to sell you on to coaching programs and seminars, which are not bad, but I just think he spends too much time trying to sell you on that. Noah, if you ever watch this review, I'm on to you. Now, the thing about this book, he starts out chapter 1. He just go, it's a 7-step system to having a secret code to success. And the first step is in affirmations. You have to practice affirmations. You got to ask the questions that you actually want to see in your life, and you got to use that repetitively so that the answers start to appear to you, and for you to do them. You still got to take action. He calls it having loving mirrors or safe havens, and these are people who are strictly there to support you, help you, not talk against you or hinder you or make you feel bad about your dreams and goals. And so he calls them loving mirrors. This is what I call it's not a mastermind, but it's more an intimate group of people that are going to continue to encourage you. Ideally, like Mr. Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich, ideally this is supposed to be someone who, like your wife, if you're a male, or your husband, or an intimate partner. And sometimes these are hard to find because sometimes people just don't have no confidence in their partner. And that's if the partner has spilled the milk a couple times. The third step is having systems of support. These are people, this is more like a mastermind, where you can reach out to this person and say, hey man, I'm struggling. What ideas you got? Or what are you doing? Or they can keep you accountable. These type of people are the support systems. And then you got you got goal-free zones. This is where you actually got to take breaks and relax your mind, let your conscience free, lay your head down and just go watch a movie, get away from doing work. A lot of people don't take these more routinely because they're so, going for that goal. I gotta get ahead. If I take a break, the competitor might run past me, so you do have to take time to relax and enjoy life before, business, sucks you in, right? Step five in this book was letting go of things that are hindering you. So sometimes we don't want to become successful. An example he gave was you don't want to become successful because it'll move you away from certain friends, or this group of people won't like you anymore. So you have to balance and see, do I want to be around these people poor and struggling, or do I want to be, in the new area where I want to go in life? So that's the second thing you got to think of, you have to get over. So you have to figure out who you're trying to protect. My thing used to be, if I get too rich and famous, and then, my children. This is one thing. Step 9 was, step 6 was find your no. N-O, not no as in K-N-O-W. And then I read another book that I'm going to review later that actually helped expound on this. Sometimes people have tough time saying, no, I'm one of those guys. So I said, I think I wrote in a book one time, in one of my books I'm getting ready to publish, that I would hand out money to homeless people all the way till I had no money to get home myself. And so you have to actually find a line where you could say no to people who want you to join in opportunities, businesses, or take time away from you. You got to be able to say, no, I can't do that, or thanks for thinking about me, but I can't. And it maybe that might save friendships and stuff like that, so you don't get involved and get in over your head or feel resentment towards them because you are trying to do too much. And then of course he said find your because, find why you're doing something. And when you put all these together, you hit a code where you can have success. So a good, easy read. He's pretty funny in some of the stories he shares. Not like your author's author, but of course, like me, I'm not an author either, but you put a book together. And so that's the book of the day, the book of the 72 hour. It's called The Secret Code of Success by Noah St. John. You can get it on Amazon. Everybody wants success to a certain degree of what they are looking towards. Success doesn't always mean that everybody should start a business. Success means different things to different people. But no matter what you're going towards, just like Napoleon Hill's The Law of Success, this the calculations or the ingredients is all the same. You've got to have a collective effort of all these things in order to get success. This could be for high schoolers trying to graduate top of the class and to get to college, or it could be college students trying to become professionals. It could be, husband, wife trying to, capitalize on their marriage. You can use this in order to get there. I know a lot of people, when they focus on success, they're talking about money all the time, or business. But I don't, like I said, this is a book that if you take it and read it towards the context of what you're trying to get success in, you'll love it. So that's the book of the day, 72 Hours. If you're not on that list where I read a book every 72 hours at the very latest, sometimes more, and I pretty much talk about it. I'm not yet writing about it, but and I share it with newsletters. So go to DuDaniels.com and sign up to get on that newsletter. And every 72 hours, I'll send you an email with a review of a book so that you can expand your mind. And if the book is something that you want more detail in, of course you just order the book and you read it yourself and get all the details and not just a summary. So with that, I'm gonna sign off and I'm gonna see you next time. Blessings. I'm very happy to be here. You could say amen. Well, that comes from the movie Coming to America. Eddie Murphy stood up and said, "I'm very happy to be here," and everybody said amen. So whenever I say I'm very happy to be here, I always expect an amen.